Mastery practice question 5. Diagram below shows 3 circles. Circle A has a radius of 2 cm and circle B has a radius of 1 cm. Right. So circle A has a radius of 2 cm. Circle B's radius is 1 cm. Right. PQ is a common tangent and all circles touch one another. Find the radius of the smallest circle. Okay. So this question is asking us to find this radius. Let's call this R. Okay. So let's try to solve this. First, what we can do is we can try to connect A and B, the centers of A and B. This will be the radius of circle A, which is 2 cm. And this will be the radius of circle B, which is 1 cm. So the whole thing is just 3 cm. From here to here. Right. Now what we can do is we can try to make another line here perpendicular to this line. And now we know this whole thing is 2 cm and this whole thing is 1 cm. So here our length will be 2 minus 1 cm, which is 1 cm. It doesn't look like 1 cm, but it is 1 cm. Okay, because from here to here is 2 and from here to here is 1. So that will be 1 cm. Okay. Now we can take that right angle triangle outside. Then we can try to solve. So this is 1 cm. This is 3 cm. We can find the length here. Let's call this x. Okay. So according to Pythagoras theorem, a square plus b square equals to c square. So you can say x square plus 1 square equals to 3 square. So x square will be 3 square minus 1 square. Therefore, x will be square root of 3 square is 9, 1 square is 1, 9 minus 1 is 8. So this x is surd 8. That means from here to here, the length is surd 8. Okay, because this length is this length, surd 8 lang. Right. Now let's try to erase this. Okay. That was helpful to find the bottom length or the length across the both circles. Okay, now what we can do is we have to find R, so we have to make R, put R into the equation. So now we connect the centers to the center of circle, the smallest circle lah. So what we can see here is this length is the radius of this circle, which is 1 cm, and this length is R. So the whole length will be 1 plus R. From here to here. Same thing here. This is the radius of big circle, 2 cm. This is the radius of small circle, R cm. So the whole thing is 2 plus R. From here until here. Okay. Then we can make right angles. Right angle triangles. So we put this here. Put this here. Oops. Alamak. It's okay lah. Okay, like this. So now that we have the hypotenuse ready, we can try to figure out this length actually, right here. From here to here is 1 cm. Okay, from here to here is 1 cm. And from here to here is R cm, the radius of small circle. So from here to here, we can say this is 1 minus R cm. Put like this lah. From here, oh you know what, let's just erase this. Okay, 1 minus R from here to here. Okay, because the whole thing is 1 cm and then this one is R cm, so the balance is 1 minus R. this side, this whole thing is 2 cm, this is RCM, so this will be 2 minus R. Put here. From here to here. Okay, the whole thing is 2 cm. The bottom here is RCM, so 2 minus R lah. Okay, now we can figure out this length because this is a right angle triangle. Same thing here. We can figure out this length because this will be a right angle triangle. Okay, so what we can do is we write this down here lah. So according to Pythagoras theorem, c square minus b square, you get a square. So we can say a will be the square root of 2 plus r square minus 2 minus r square. And then here, this will be 1 plus r square minus 1 minus r square. Square root 1 plus r square minus 1 minus r square. This one is Pythagoras theorem lah. Okay. Then if we add these two lengths, this length plus this length, we will get Surd 8 cm. So this plus this equals to square root of 8. So now we can try to solve R. So what we do is, we try to expand this. Oops. We try to expand this. So square root 2 square is 4. 2 times 2 times R is 4R. Then R square is R square. 2 square will be 4. And then 2 times negative R is negative 4R plus R square. Okay. Plus, here we'll get 1 square is 1. Then 2 times 1 times R, we get 2R plus R square minus 1 square is 1 minus 2R plus R square, a lot of expanding, equals to Surd 8. Okay, now let's try to solve this. So 4 plus 4R plus R square minus 4 plus 4R minus R square. Whole thing is square root. Then here 1 plus 2R plus R square minus 1 plus 2R minus R square. This whole thing also square root is square root of 8. Okay, now we cancel off and simplify. So 4 minus 4 cancels off. R square minus R square cancels off. Over here 1 minus 1 cancels off. R square minus R square cancels off. So here we are left with 4R plus 4R. So square root of 8R. And then over here, let me write this properly. Okay, plus over here we have 2R plus 2R. So square root of 4R equals to Surd 8. Right. So we can split this to Surd 8 times Surd R. Surd 4 times Surd R equals to Surd 8. Then we can factorize the Surd R. We'll be left with Surd 8 plus Surd 4 equals to Surd 8. Right. So we want to make R the subject. So we try to bring this one over here. So it becomes Surd 8 over Surd 8 plus Surd 4. Then to make R the subject, we square the whole thing. So Surd R square is R. Surd 8 square is 8. Okay, the denominator here will be Surd 8 square, we get 8, and Surd 4, sorry, 2 times this, we get 2 Surd 8 Surd 4. Surd 4 square, we get 4. So here we get 8 over 8 plus 4 is just 12. Okay, this one we can just type in our calculator. 2 Surd 8 times Surd 4. We get 8 Surd 2. So this is the answer in your textbook. But what you can do also is we can just straight away type this whole thing squared in your calculator. So we get Surd 8 over Surd 8 plus Surd 4, this whole thing squared, we get 6 minus 4 Surd 2. 6 minus 4 Surd 2. This can also be the answer. Actually, this is the better answer because this is rationalized. This is the answer given in your textbook, but it's not rationalized because the denominator has Surd. Denominator not supposed to have Surd. Okay, so you can give this answer or this answer. To be honest, this is easier because you can just put this whole thing in the calculator, you can get your answer. So this is how we get the the radius of the small circle. Quite a long question. That's it.